It's the penultimate professional MasterChef. Tonight, Stephen, Craig, Louisa, and Jamie will have to fight for the opportunity to cook in one of the world's most innovative restaurants.
Today's massive. For me personally, for my career, today is definitely the biggest day so far.
All four of us in with a shot. I think I've still got a lot to prove. I've still got a lot to give.
I want it so bad. My ambition is just way out there right now.
Getting to the final is such a massive opportunity, and to miss out on it is really not an option.
Today, you are cooking for a place in our final three. You are fighting for a place to cook in one of the best kitchens in the world.
We want you to cook a dish for us inspired by where you come from.
At the end of today, we are going to lose one of you.
You have 90 minutes. Off you go.
This is a pretty classical dish. These ingredients are quite close to home and close to my heart. I've got to do them justice, otherwise it's sort of like great produce ruined at the end of the day. I can't let that happen.
What is the dish, and what does it say about you and where you come from?
First of all, the dish is venison. I live in Berkshire, and obviously Berkshire's countryside. There's loads of venison around. And then I'm tying that together with pumpkin puree, doing roasted butternut squash, pumpkin seed crust on top of the venison loin. And then I'm doing, on the side, braised venison shoulder, sort of like a hot pot.
You can barely stop yourself smiling when you mention this dish.
It's just really tasty. I like the dish.
Craig, really looking forward to this. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Craig is cooking the venison fillet in a pan. He's pan roasting it with lots of butter. I love that. He's using both the shoulder and the loin of venison. Two great cuts, two very different cooking methods.
A good hot pot when you're using the shoulder of venison is all about the braising. You want to retain moisture, you want it to be beautiful and tender, and you want a lovely rich sauce and then a lovely crunchy topping.
This is a hearty dish, but stripped back and refined, which is what I like to do. And I think it's one of my best dishes so far that I've come up with, so I'm happy.
What are you putting together for us today?
I'm from Bury, it's my hometown, and there's not many things that we are known for, but black pudding is one of them. So I'm doing a dish based around black pudding. I'm doing a pork cheek and black pudding in a packed brick pastry. I'm going to fry it. Black pudding and potato espuma, a black pudding puree that I'm passing through into the milk. A pork loin, which we are going to roll in trumpet powder. And we're going to finish it with bone marrow, Parisienne of apple, and some chives.
There's a famous black pudding between you and a place in the final three. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Stephen.
Cheers.
You want the pork cheek to be beautiful and moist. And, of course, the black pudding is going to give it a completely different dimension.
Making a black pudding and apple espumas should be a lovely, smooth mix with the flavours of the black pudding. That should have a very light, fluffy texture. I just hope Stephen manages to get everything done within time.
Chefs, you have 1 hour to go.
So what I'm making for you today is a Yorkshire curd tart. Classic curd tart flavours, raisin, nutmeg, rose, and then the whole thing is going to be covered in a layer of really thinly sliced gooseberries and topped with a gooseberry jam sorbet.
Tell me about the heritage in this dish.
So when I was younger, brought up in Hull, my granny used to take us on a train over to York. We'd always go to a tea shop, have a cup of tea and just some cakes, maybe like a Fat Rascal or a Yorkshire curd tart, something like that.
You are giving us very smart, but still afternoon tea to get into the final three.
Yes, Craig.
Faint heart, never won a MasterChef title, chef.
When pastry is done well, it can be quite incredible. But it does have to be one of those melt-in-the-mouth moments of just pure glory. But it's very risky.
We're just doing one whole tart on the plate. There's nowhere to hide today. So this has to be the most beautiful tart that they've seen, or it's just not going to be good enough today.
I would rather go out the competition by taking a risk and playing safe. I'm here now, and I don't see why I can't push myself one more step further.
What is the dish?
Got a grapefruit cake in the oven now, baking away. Grapefruit gel, a grapefruit granita, sherbet grapefruit peel. I've got caramelised white chocolate mousse and some white chocolate snow. I'm from Luton. Love it, but I decided to do something more on my childhood memory. We always used to have tinned fruit in the cupboards, and the grapefruit used to be all mine because no one else used to like it.
Love grapefruit, love desserts, love your cooking.
Thank you.
Thanks, Louisa.
Thanks.
This dessert is going to be about textures, balance, flavours, sweet and sour, and, of course, the bitterness of the grapefruit.
I really want to taste the grapefruit in this cake. This is where it's essential for me.
You've got 5 minutes. You have 60 seconds. Ten seconds. Time's up.
How'd it go? All right?
Yeah, well done.
Well done.
Well done. Very good, yeah.
Stephen's celebration of berry black pudding is pork tenderloin, wrapped in trompette mushroom powder, topped with crackling, served with pork cheek and black pudding-filled pastry, burnt apple puree and girolles, black pudding and potato espuma or foam, finished with a scrumpy and bone marrow pork sauce.
Stephen, that's the best-looking plate of food you've given us so far in this competition. I think it's stunning. Absolutely stunning. I really enjoyed that pork loin. In fact, I haven't seen pork loin so well cooked as that. It's lovely and pink. I like the trompette around the outside. The pork cheek in the pastry has got that big, rich flavour. The sauce is elegant. It's not too strong. It's not too powerful. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Thank you very much.
I love your espuma, like the lightest of potato puree. I think you've put together some really, really good ingredients that you know are tried and tested in a very smart chefy way.
I think it's an absolute delight to eat. The pork, perfectly cooked. I love how beautiful it looks in the black trompette. Just delightful, very clever. Love the way you're thinking and the way you're able to get that out onto a plate.
I'm over the moon, like, inside, but on the outside, you need to stay calm because you can be so confident, but then other chefs can just smash it out of the park.
Craig's dish is a celebration of Berkshire venison. Fillet of venison in a pumpkin seed crust, served with venison hot pot, roasted ceps, pumpkin puree, roasted squash balls, pickled mustard seeds, finished with a venison sauce.
Good-looking plate of food there, Craig. The hot pot, the meat is being cooked wonderfully, and the potatoes perfectly confit, delicious. I think the pumpkin puree brings a bit of sweetness to your dish. The venison is nicely cooked. It's pink, it's been rested well. The vegetables have all been cooked wonderfully. It's tasty, I love that hot pot.
I like the new and the old of this dish. You've got your comfort food sitting on the side in your hot pot, and then you've got this really knockout modern plate of food sitting right next to it. The plate itself, I think, is a triumph. The way you've cooked the venison is beautiful, and what you've got on the side here with the sauce just brings the whole thing together. It's clever, it's interesting, and I love the story that sits behind it, Craig.
You have a cracking-looking dish. This plate here is full of wonderful sweet flavours and great textures. I, however, though, find your venison hot pot a little too sweet.
Overall, I'm happy. It's pretty nerve-wracking knowing that's probably one of the most important dishes of the competition. Yeah, it's just tricky to think sort of what's going to happen next. Fingers crossed.
Inspired by her childhood love of tinned fruit, Louisa has served grapefruit cake with caramelized white chocolate mousse, topped with a grapefruit snap, Greek yogurt, white chocolate snow, grapefruit gel, and a grapefruit granita.
Louisa, a really lovely looking dessert.
The cake is a nice, decent texture, but it's the zing of grapefruit inside it that I didn't expect. Granita is really refreshing, satisfied my sweet tooth. That's clever. I'm wondering now why I've never, ever experienced a pink grapefruit dessert before.
I'm enjoying the little surprises also on this plate, from the gel to the fresh grapefruit on here. The cake has a fantastic flavour of grapefruit coming through it, no doubt. But I do find it a bit dense. That's my main disappointment, but everything else works wonderfully.
Thank you.
I agree with Monica. The cake could be just a touch fluffier, but that is it. I think it's excellent. I think you're a very clever young chef.
Oh, pressure in there is just so intense. Who knows what's going to happen?
Jamie's Yorkshire-inspired dish is Yorkshire curd tart, filled with golden sultana puree, baked and glazed goat's curd, topped with sliced gooseberries, lemon balm and tea-soaked raisins, served with gooseberry jam sorbet.
Jamie, I think it looks beautiful. I love how you presented the tart.
I really love those flavours. That's a very sweet sorbet on top, which is beautiful. And in the middle, it's quite tart because of the goat's cheese, and it's sharp because of the gooseberries. Texture-wise, I'm afraid to say, I think it's getting a little wet and sloppy.
I like the goat's curd, quite like the sharpness that has. Gooseberries, I think, works very well. I like the tart, I just find it very sweet for me, personally.
It's a tart on a plate. Nice looking tart, but that's it. The goat's curd doesn't really come through. There's a very grainy texture to it underneath. The jam at the bottom is too sweet. I don't think I'd be happy eating all of it because of the quantity of sweetness in it.
Yeah, I suppose sometimes you've got to stick your neck out to try and get your little point across or something, but not today. I knew it was a risk.
To say to one of them you're good, but not quite good enough, after they've put so much into the competition.
It is hard.
I thought Stephen's was the dish of the day today. It was beautiful on the eye, it was clever in his thinking, and his execution was exquisite.
I love Stephen. He's found his style of cooking. It's working, it's getting better, it's getting stronger, and I'm just enjoying the journey that he's having. I thought Craig's plates for food looked wonderful, and that hot pot was stunning.
If you've got a chef here that can cook a beautiful modern plate of food with interesting ideas and then also serve up a classical part of his dish, equally as good, that's a talented young chef.
I really love Louisa's dessert. I loved going from chocolate sweetness to grapefruit sharpness. I just thought it was wonderful.
There was a lot I enjoyed about Louisa's dessert, but I wasn't a fan of the cake, to be honest. The cake for me was too dense.
I really enjoyed the flavours of Jamie's tart. I really did. The sorbet on the top of it was really sweet, a little bit of sharpness.
I loved the simplicity of it, but the tart itself, I found, for my liking, just too sweet.
It's a shame because through the competition, he has wowed us on so many occasions. He took a risk, and for me personally, I just don't think it paid off today.
So who are our final three?
It is going to be sad to say goodbye to one of them. It really is. You are four very talented people, but we can only take 3 through to the final. The chef leaving us is Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. You have cooked some stunning food through this competition.
Cheers, guys.
It's sad to see you go. Thank you.
I can't say I'm shocked after the feedback. I have really enjoyed it. It's been like a short but quite intense period of like self-discovery, really. To get to this stage, obviously, I've put a lot in. Just stumbled at the final hurdle.
Well done. You are our final three.
God, final three.
We are sending you to one of the undisputed best restaurants in the world. You are going to the amazing Mirazur to work with the inspirational Mauro Colagreco. Congratulations.
The French Riviera. A picture-perfect landscape. And sun-soaked Mediterranean playground. Nestling on the French-Italian border is a town known as the Pearl of France, famed for its seafood and citrus fruit. Menton. Just yards from the Italian border is a restaurant regarded as amongst the most cutting edge in Europe. Mirazur, brainchild of maverick Argentinian chef Mauro Colagreco.
I'm not a Mediterranean guy, but we write a new page of Mediterranean cuisine here in Mirazur.
Born to parents of Spanish, Indian, and Italian ancestry, Mauro came to France to further his career, training with some of the world's great 3-star chefs, including the legendary Guy Savoy, Bernard Loiseau, and Alain Passard. In 2006, inspired by Menton's unique landscape and produce, he opened Mirazur.
We take from the mountains, we take from the sea, we take from the garden. We go to the French market, the Italian market, and with all of that, with the Argentinian chef, we create something totally different, but with the Mediterranean products.
Less than a year after opening, Mauro was awarded a Michelin star, followed by a second 5 years later. In 2017, Mirazor had risen to number 4 in the world's 50 best restaurants list.
We never stop to think it's possible to do it something better.
I'm feeling very privileged right now. Just absolutely excited to be getting in that restaurant today. It's going to be immense, and I know it's going to be a real challenge, but yeah, bring it on.
I think if something like this doesn't inspire me to come up with dishes or take something from this, I think there's something wrong with me, I think.
The 4th best restaurant in the world, that's crazy, really, isn't it? Got to just be here to learn. That's exactly what I'm here to do.
For a chef to work here in Mirazur is extremely difficult because we don't have menu. We create new dish and we serve new dish every day. So, welcome to Mirazur kitchen. So I want to show you my food, my style.
To help the finalists understand his food, Mauro is cooking his signature dish. Calamari served with artichokes, artichoke puree, squid in crackers, and bagna cauda, a local Italian sauce made with cream and anchovies and normally served with vegetables.
Never they eat the bagna cauda sauce with the calamaris. I try that and I say, oh my God, it's the perfect pairing. So these artichokes came from Italian market. We spend a lot of time in the market. It's very important for a chef to have the contact with the raw product. We always cook the vegetables very fast, not too much, because we want to keep the textures and the flavors.
Yeah.
And that is very important too. In this dish, the most difficult is when we cook the calamari. We need to be extremely precise. We want to have this color in the calamari, and then we will cook slowly on the salamandra.
And the way that you've prepared it is something I've never seen before. It's very different.
They didn't look at calamari. We try to surprise the guests every time.
Plating begins with the artichoke puree.
We put the artichokes. We cover with the crackers. The textures in your kitchen is extremely important. We have the bagna cauda sauce, which make it with anchovies. And we finish with some thyme. That's it.
It's amazing.
Lovely.
That is our philosophy. Sample dish, good quality, and fantastic flavors.
The presentation and the look of the dish looks amazing. It also looks natural at the same time.
I'm loving the sweetness of the artichoke with the smokiness of the squid. It's all working harmoniously, and the cracker is like a lovely texture to go with it.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Great.
Mauro's second dish is inspired by the surrounding mountain landscape and is called the forest.
This dish look like when you go to pick the mushrooms. I'm from South America. In this dish, we will represent the ground of the forest with the quinoa risotto.
11 other elements accompany the South American quinoa: an Italian cheese sauce, potatoes from the restaurant garden, 3 different wild mushrooms, and a parsley and brioche sponge cooked in the microwave to represent moss.
Some crackers of potatoes for make more textures. The mousse of potato. And we finish with a very nice herbs. All these herbs came from the mountains. So This is the forest.
Wow. The idea of the cake representing a moss is imaginative and beautiful.
The look of the plate is absolutely stunning. It's the forest on a plate, and it looks so natural. And...
Great. So, we cook for you. I want you cook for me. Let's go to the market.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
Come on.
Every day, the menu at Mirazur changes, based on the produce from the abundant restaurant garden and visits to 2 local markets, one in Monton and the other a few kilometers across the border in Italy.
I love to come here because here starts really the creation of our dish. Ciao. Ciao, bella. Giù le cordelle. You see the place, you see the colors, you see the ambience. It's something amazing.
Ventimiglia Market is renowned for its extraordinary range of Italian produce, including many fruit and vegetables local to the area.
Fantastic, Machera. Senti.
And a vast array of fresh Mediterranean seafood.
So, buongiorno. Bene. So here, each week we came 3-4 days. We find inspiration here, in contact with the product. So that is the philosophy of the restaurant. The market is for you, okay? So, good luck.
It's crazy being in here and, like, with all this produce.
I mean, if you had this at home in the restaurant, obviously you'd be down there every day.
I was in France 5 minutes ago. It's pretty crazy that I'm here now. Got to remember to start speaking Italian here.
Here you feel, you smell, you touch. We start to cook here.
I don't know what I'm gonna go in.
And I hope the chef understand that and make a dish who I say, wow, that is the market, that is the sea, that is the mountains.
Gone for lovely langoustine. Be a shame not to cook some seafood. I'll have a look at the vegetables now and see what I can pair with it.
Merci. Everywhere I've been, all the food stalls, I can smell mussels. The smell that I'm going for, I'm really like taking the smell of mussels and I really want to put that into a dish.
I'm gonna go with mackerel, I think, because I want to keep it fresh. Can't wait to do a dish with it. It's gonna be fun.
The finalists have just 1 hour to produce a dish in the style of Mirazur.
Great little challenge, obviously, especially to cook in such a prestigious restaurant. So yeah, I'm loving it.
To go with his fresh mackerel, Stephen is going to make a vegetable consommé.
The mackerel, I'm gonna cure it, and then I'm doing a consommé, so it's like I'm putting the mackerel back into the sea.
Louisa's creating a dish based around mussels and tomatoes.
Got tomato sauce in there, so that could act as like the sea. Got your little mussels like floating on the tomato sauce almost.
To go with his langoustines, Craig has chosen fennel, tomatoes, and mountain honey.
Hopefully with the ingredients sort of following Chef Mauro's philosophy, I've got influence from the sea, the garden, and obviously the mountains.
Stephen is first up with his cured mackerel dish.
I'm kind of cooking it in a similar way that he did the calamari yesterday. So it's just a bit of texture on the plate. It's just the cheese that I got from the market, which I've just caramelised in the oven. It's going to be nice, I think. Yeah, I'm happy with the concept of the dish. I think it's going to taste lovely. Hopefully he enjoys it.
Hi, Stephen.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Wow.
Stephen has seared salt-cured mackerel, served with tomatoes in a basil stock, vegetable consommé split with lovage oil, olives and fennel fronds, and an Italian cheese crisp.
Very crunchy. The cook is perfect. Just the mackerel, I think, is cured a little so much. You taste the salt a little so much. But the juice of tomato, the water of tomatoes and the basil are pairing very well with the fish. The tomato is well done. It's a very nice dish.
Thank you very much.
You really catch the ambience of the market, the sea, the flavors of the Mediterranean.
Creating that dish was hard because trying to take on somebody else's philosophy and work with it yourself. I feel like I did that a bit and I'm quite happy.
Next to serve is Louisa.
Noticed that he's quite on point with getting textures in his dish, so just making the squid ink twill. Hopefully I can get this done on time. The mussels, I'm just going to fry some of them, crispy mussels, and I'm going to do some just normal. Bit nervous, but yeah, you don't get this opportunity every day, so I'm just making the most of it, really. Hello.
Hi, Luisa. That looks fantastic.
Thank you.
Louisa has cooked mussels 2 ways, deep-fried and steamed in a chili tomato sauce, served with roasted and raw tomato and a squid ink tuile.
Nice. Great, very interesting. You understand the importance of the textures in my kitchen.
Yeah.
Very tasty. I love, really fresh, the chili that bring a little punch. To have 2 kinds of cook for the mussels is very smart. You make it that in 1 hour?
Yeah.
Wow, impressed.
I'm over the moon about the comments and the fact that he's mentioned about the textures. I'm so happy. I just can't stop smiling all day.
So I bought a longestine. I'm going to grill it to get that natural sweetness out of the flesh, similar to what Chef did with the squid. It's got to be spot on, because obviously they are beautiful ingredients. Got to treat them with respect, you know. Yeah, I'm happy to have my dish just to be eaten by Mauro in a few minutes' time. It's really daunting.
Craig.
Chef.
Hi.
Craig has made seared langoustine tails, served with a tomato consommé, grilled courgette, confit tomatoes, and mountain honey glazed fennel.
Wow, the consommé, very intense. I want to finish my dish, so that is a very good sign. The cook of the langoustine I love because we understand the importance of the smoked flavors who bring the plancha in my calamari. You really catch all the pillars of the Mirasur kitchen in your dish. The sea, the garden, and the mountains.
Okay.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
I'm very happy.
Thank you. The surroundings are so stunning. To be able to have that as an inspiration for a plate of food is absolutely incredible. I'm feeling great right now. It's been a really great day.
I think the 3 chefs interpret very nice their area. All the 3 cooks make it a good job. I think for the menu we will serve tomorrow, I'm very excited. But Mirasur is the 4th restaurant in the world, so we need to have a very high standard.
It's day 2 in Menton, and the finalists are about to be pushed to their professional limit. They have been given the honor of joining Mauro's brigade of elite chefs for lunchtime service. In just a few hours, they'll be feeding diners who have waited months just to eat at the restaurant. The finalists will each be in charge of 2 courses on today's 6-course tasting menu.
So, Luisa, you will be in charge of the first dish of the menu.
Okay.
Is red prawn carpaccio. We start with this unique product with this red prawn, which is very sweet. When you cut them, it's necessary to cut also and level, the same higher.
Okay.
The more important is to cut the prawn not a lot in advance. I want to keep the freshness of the prawn. Okay, so we take out the circle.
It's like a flower.
We try to keep the red part.
On the outside.
Yes. You need to go fast because it's hot. The prawns will be overcooked by the marinated. So we need really to go fast.
In an unusual twist, Mauro pairs the prawns with fruit, fresh raspberries and a raspberry gel.
I want really a very nice presentation.
Okay.
The dish is carefully finished with fresh almonds, nasturtium leaves, and samphire.
And that's it. Very simple, very tasty.
It's elegant. It's really elegant. Unbelievable. Never tasted a prawn that nice before. To plate it up, it's going to be tough to do it within time. Chef makes it look quite easy, but I bet it's not easy in service, especially under all that pressure.
Louisa's also responsible for a main of scorpion fish, paired with a traditional béarnaise sauce that's been flavored with licorice.
It is interesting, yeah. It's an interesting flavour, so keep on whisking it so it thickens up.
So now we will dress, okay?
Yep.
That is the black garlic puree.
Can really smell the black garlic coming through.
Yes, it's amazing.
The dish is also dressed with baby leeks and fresh garden herbs.
And we will put the licorice béarnaise, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
How you feel, Luisa?
I'm really excited. I've never cooked this fish before, so it'll be good to learning new things.
Great. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Craig has been given charge of Mauro's signature squid and banya cauda dish. He also has to prepare 25 perfect duck breasts for one of the most challenging courses, a classic French duck served with plum sauce.
The difficult in this recipe is the cook of the duck. To know when is the moment, the right moment to serve the duck. It's very important when you cook to have all the same color and the very, very fine skin and very crispy. That is the most important in this recipe. Then we go with the garnish.
The dish is dressed with a red and yellow plum compote and sliced green plums.
We need to go fast in the dressing for the oxidation of the plums. Then we put small pieces of raw plums. Always the textures, always the textures. Very important in my kitchen.
Totally amazed just watching Chef hands-on. Obviously, you soak everything up like a sponge, just like watching every single little detail. It's absolutely amazing. A one-on-one sort of masterclass, that doesn't happen. It's a once-in-a-lifetime sort of opportunity.
I want you to taste, because this sauce is one of my favorites for the duck. That is very explodes in mouth, a lot of acidity, a lot of flavors. And we put the duck like this, okay?
That's actually a stunning dish. I've definitely got my work cut out for this dish. It's beautiful in its presentation. It's the accuracy of the cooking of all of the elements are perfect, so I've got to meet that standard and hopefully get it bang on.
Stephen's first task is to prepare a mountain of mushrooms for Mauro's highly complex dish, the forest. But he will also finish today's tasting menu with a classic citrus dessert named after a famous Argentinian tango, Naranjo en flor. It begins with a saffron-infused crème anglaise.
Then, that is a reduction of orange and saffron, so it's very powerful. Then, we will put some pieces of almonds. That is for the textures. Then, the orange, 3 over the cream. Then, orange sorbet. We make a nice canal.
Espuma of almond is then added.
And then we need to go fast because the spuma go down. So that is a mix of sugar you put on the top, okay? That is the dessert.
That's probably up there with like the best dessert I've ever tasted in my life. That was crazy. Like the flavors are so clean, so fresh. I love that dish. I can't wait to do it.
I guess it is the biggest service of my career. It's going to be high pressure, but hopefully it goes good.
Chef's put a lot of trust into me today, and I want to make him proud.
I'm feeling a bit nervous. It's just those pre-service butterflies in it, so... But it's good to have those, keeps you on your toes.
The pressure working in a kitchen of this level is quite extraordinary. I think this could be life-changing for our chefs.
This is a massive opportunity. Our chefs are going to come in here, grab it with both hands, and learn as much as possible.
Look at that.
You ready?
Yes, chef.
I don't have.
Please, chef.
Yes, chef.
Come on.
Yeah, chef.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef. Come on.
The restaurant's filled up. It's very, very smart indeed. It has a serious reputation. I reckon right now they could be shaking in their chef's shoes.
2 menus, 2 carpaccio, right now, please. Go.
Chef.
Louisa is first up with her raw red prawn starter.
We're off and running. We're off to a fast start.
It's vital as she cuts the prawns to precisely the same length as quickly as possible.
Louisa has had to prepare this dish a la minute to keep the freshness of those prawns.
We need to go fast, huh?
Yeah.
We all know once you start to handle them, they start to take on oxygen, discolors very quickly.
Everybody's here, huh? We need to go fast, huh?
Oui, chef. Yeah, pressure is on. Service, please.
Table 21. Be careful. They need you don't put the salicornial herbs.
The chef.
Please.
Forgot to put the samphire on that one, so I won't be doing that again. Try that again. Service, please.
The red size. I want everything with red size, okay?
Yes, chef.
Next, 4, I want really red.
Yes, chef.
Every dish needs to be perfect, like one of my chefs do it.
It's a lot of pressure on my 22-year-old shoulders right now.
Fire! 3 calamaris.
We chef.
20.
Chef.
2 calamaris, table 14.
Chef.
Fire!
Mauro's attention is now on Craig, who must fry the calamari on one side to chef's exacting standards.
Very hot in here. It ups the pressure even more.
Greg,
Chef.
come here to plating, please. We need to go fast, Greg.
Chef.
That looks wonderful, but we need to go fast.
Yeah, it's definitely intense, this.
After a shaky start, Louisa has to prove she can deliver the perfect carpaccio dish.
Go faster, go, 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 go. Please, Natalie, go. Good job. Next, better, okay?
Yes,
the
chef.
scorpion fish.
Yep.
Hey.
Oh, that was hard. That was Pressure, a lot of pressure.
Louisa has made red prawn carpaccio in a Monton lemon marinade, served with fresh raspberries, raspberry gel, samphire, nasturtium leaves, and fresh almonds.
Wow. Who puts raspberry and raw fish together? That's beautiful.
The little raspberry gel, it's got a lovely little sweet tanginess to it that worked very well with the shellfish. It's great. Everything on this plate is just raw. It's quite incredible.
This is simplicity at its best, at perfection. It is the perfect way to start a meal.
All is fire. Okay?
Chef.
First 6 and then 4, please. 6 and 4.
The spotlight turns to Craig to deliver chef's calamari dish.
It's a very high pace. He's keeping up, and obviously the immense detail on every plate. So, chef.
He's very focused. I love that. The calamari looking good. He make a good job. Please, service. Pick up table 14 and table 16.
Oui, chef.
The 2 last tables, please. Fast.
Chef.
Table 25. Go. He's good. He's very talented. He looks like we send in a restaurant. So I'm happy.
Hopefully I'm doing all right. Maybe I've got to work on my speed. You can't fall behind in this kitchen. You can't fall behind.
Wow.
OK.
Wow. What is that?
Wow.
Yeah, what is
It's
that?
colour squid.
Craig has made calamari, served with bagna cauda sauce, artichokes, artichoke puree, and squid ink crackers.
Interesting looking dish. I've not had squid quite like that before.
It's like eating a very light fishy tagliatelle. It's so light, delicious.
I think the squid looks incredible, but the cooking of it is delightful because it's tender, but it's got a great texture.
That is brilliant. Bagna cauda and squid. I normally dip veg into a bagna cauda. It's a beautiful accompaniment for a piece of squid.
Just trying to not burn the mushrooms. It's gonna get intense in a second.
Steven,
Chef.
it's your turn.
Yes,
now,
chef.
Okay? Fire, 3 forests.
The forest consists of 12 separate elements
Go fast, Steve.
and is served as a large sharing plate.
I want the most beautiful forest.
This is lighter food than Stephen's ever prepared before. And there are techniques here that Stephen won't have used before as well. Making parsley into a sponge. This is very interesting. Very interesting.
Okay, go. Don't put the dry part.
On the bottom pad, just the middle, chef. Please, chef.
Go with the churros. Be careful, you put a lot together, a lot together. Beautiful. Let's go with the others. Go,
Please,
go,
chef.
fast.
Still trying to learn which is going which on the plate. Just trying to keep up right now.
Right now, go.
Gotta be fast. Every second that plate of food sits on the pasta is the worse it gets, so you want it to do and go.
The last one. This dish was very nice.
Thank you very much,
But
chef.
you feel the heart in the kitchen.
Yes, chef.
I want you to take really care of my desserts.
Please, chef.
Okay?
Please, chef.
Wow. Oh, my word.
Stephen has made the forest. Sautéed mushrooms, served with parsley sponge cake, garden potatoes, quinoa risotto, parmesan cream, and potato wafers.
It's just incredibly light. You get very many interesting flavours and textures.
It's delicious, it's got texture, it's got flavour, yet you can taste a bit of everything that's on this plate.
I think this is a lovely dish, and I love the parsley sponge that represents the moss. What a great idea.
7 fish in 3 minutes, please.
Oui, chef.
There is no let-up for Louisa, as she's cooking scorpion fish for the first time.
Course number 2, a bit more hard. Cooking of the fish has to be perfect. If it's not, then it's not going to be a very good service.
I need the fish in 3, please.
Yes, chef.
Let's go. Now we need to dress in. Put the other legs.
Yes, chef.
Not bad for the first time to work with this fish, huh?
Not bad for the first time, chef.
That's it. Go. Luisa, that is the last seat place, please.
Yes, chef.
Table 21. I want the same cook, the same presentation as the first one.
Yes, chef.
Wow. It's your last dish here, huh?
Last dish.
Go, 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 go. You're happy?
Yes, chef.
You're happy?
Yes, chef.
Louisa has made scorpion fish served with a licorice-infused béarnaise sauce, black garlic puree, baby leeks, and fresh garden herbs.
Louisa has cooked this fish beautifully. Just take a slice off and it's just melting in the mouth.
There's 2 really big flavours here, the licorice and the black garlic, but they work together so well. It's fascinating.
You taste the fish, it's not lost when you have such strong flavours on a plate of food.
So, Luisa, I'm very happy. The cook was perfect. That is the most important, the most difficult in this dish. Great.
Thank
I'm very,
you.
very happy.
Thanks, chef.
Thank you.
Cooking to a 2 Michelin-star standard. Whoa. I'm still buzzing. That was so fun. Like, I really enjoyed it. Definitely, I'll remember this day 100% to the day I die.
Greg, fire. 3 ducks, please.
Yes, chef.
Go.
Duck, it's all about the resting, the gentle cooking, not too much of a fierce heat, really nice and slow, and obviously it's nice and tender.
More fast, please. More fast.
Craig's at the final hurdle, recreating the French duck dish to chef's exact requirements.
Now the sauce, and then you go too fast to cut your duck, please. I see you make like this. You never make like this. You need just to make 1 cut like
Straight
this
slice.
for the next ones.
Chef.
Okay? Great. Go. Please, Natalie, pick up table 16. Fire! Table 14, 2 ducks.
Yeah, the cutting I have to get used to. Obviously, a perfect slice on it. Can't repeat the mistake for this one.
I want a nice cutting. Wow. You see the difference?
Yeah, chef.
Okay? Much better, much better. Good. Go, 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 go! You're happy?
I'm happy, chef.
Good. Me too. Greg, I really love how you put passion for dressing, for plating. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that was intense. That was a real push. It was fast pace. It's obviously an immense attention to detail on every plate.
Hey.
But yeah, it's a great experience. Great experience.
Craig's last dish is French duck, served with plum sauce. Yellow and red plum compote, fresh plums, and onions filled with basil oil.
It's very pretty. Love the colours on that.
What I really like about this duck is, first of all, it's melt in the mouth. You've got the richness of the duck, Then you've got sauce, and then you've got this refreshing, almost fruity salad sitting on the side that just sort of cleanses the palate. Beautiful.
This might be the lightest duck dish I've ever eaten.
After 3 hours of service and 5 courses in, it's up to Stephen to deliver the final course.
Fire, table 20, 3 guests.
Please, chef.
And then 4 more.
He must quickly plate Mauro's signature dessert, naranjo en flor, before the orange sorbet melts or the armada spuma drops.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a steady hand plate in this one.
Go, you need to go fast. It's very hot, the ice cream, foam, spuma. It's a very critical moment that.
Chef.
Go. I want a very nice canal for the to last. Give me 5. Huh? Good job. Go.
We came out the other side and I'm happy. One of the best experiences in my life. I wish I could come back and do it again.
Stephen's final dish is naranjo en flor. Saffron cream with orange sorbet, almond foam, topped with an orange-infused sugar tuile.
Oh, that is just stunning.
It's incredibly light, and I love the fact it's not over sweet. It's quite a natural flavour. It's really good.
This is a coastal area renowned for its citrus fruits, oranges and lemons, and it's portrayed beautifully in this lovely, lovely dessert.
So, cheers. Oh.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. To give the keys of our cuisine at 3 young chefs, it was nice because the 3 of them take that with a lot of responsibility and very professional.
I think our 3 chefs have served us magic, and if they could take some of this back and hone it into their own craft, I think we're going to be in for one fascinating final.
It's been amazing, breathtaking. I don't want to go home, to be honest with you. All good things must come to an end. Hopefully I can come back here one day.
This whole weekend in France has been amazing. I've enjoyed every minute. I think this is the biggest and best experience that I've ever had so far in my career.
It's been truly unforgettable. It's always about being better and obviously striving, and it's that sort of philosophy and that sort of mentality that I think I'll really take forward.
It's all going to be about their 3 final plates of food. That's all that stands between our chefs and being the MasterChef champion.
Tomorrow night, it's the professional MasterChef final.
We know what they're capable of. Now it's down to them.
You say you want to bring a smile to our faces, and you've done that once again.
That is stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Tune in tomorrow at 8 to see who will be crowned the winner of the MasterChef The Professionals. Next on BBC 2 is the series finale of Peaky Blinders, and it looks like there could be danger hanging in the shadows for Tommy and his family. And then at 10 we head to Royston Vasey, where events are reaching their peak. Comedy in the League of Gentlemen on BBC 2.